Today we're going to Ringing Rocks, which is part of the Pipestone recreational area. So here's the map. This is Butte, Montana, and Bozeman's over here somewhere. So it's about 60 miles. We're going to park at the trailhead, and we're going to ride along the railroad tracks, and then up through the mountains to Ringing Rocks. It's a cool place. It's a big stack of rocks you hit with the things with a hammer. And they make sounds like musical instruments. Really cool. It's an easy ride, so we'll take the 250F. So this is the Ringing Rocks in Whitehall, Montana. There used to be a sign right here that would tell you about the Ringing Rocks. So I would know something about the Ringing Rocks to tell you. What they do have is hammers. Usually there's homemade hammers here. There's some rebar. Somebody brought a hammer yesterday. Take your hammer and you find a rock. Each rock makes its own noise. Not that one. I've heard it has something to do with the way they're stacked. There we go. Anyway, if you have enough guys, you could probably make a band. Ringing Rocks, Whitehall, Montana. All right, our next stop is going to be Four Corners. And you'll see when I get there that it's where you park your RV and drink beer. You got a good truck, you can make it up here. If you got like a low street vehicle that isn't a Subaru, you're probably going to get stuck. Alright, so that road there is the long way to Four Corners. There's of course a shortcut here. Sign says most difficult, dirt bikes, horses, bicycles, and people with walking sticks. This hill is probably why it has the difficult rating. Pretty steep, pretty rocky. 250 can handle it though. Almost ate it there. I don't even know what I hit. Big rock. I'm fine. Alright, this is the campground that I was thinking about instead of riding my bike. Like this one, nice fire pit, big rocks, lots of shade. In the summer, this is usually full of campers. Not yet though, because it's not warm enough. Alright, welcome to Four Corners. This is usually full of RVs. trucks, quads, kids, campfires, dogs, beer. It's pretty quiet today because it's a Friday. Hey, there's another guy on a 250. All right, here we are, Four Corners. There's actually a girl riding that CRF. Looked like a 110. Anyway, welcome to Four Corners, Montana, in the town of Whitehall. Don't know why they call it Four Corners. No idea. I'll have to Google that later. Alright, back on the trail. Four Corners is behind us. I'm going to drop down on number 7. See where that takes me. Uh-oh, side by side. Give him the international sign for it's just me. Sometimes the side-by-sides guys know what I'm doing. You know, 2 people, 1 person, 0. Other people think it's maybe, you know, Black Power or something. Or Karen. I don't know. I'll just start waving. Hey. Ah! Oh, there. Rip it open. Yeah! Alright, we're headed back to the truck, but before we go, I want to see if this 250 will climb hills. That one looks sufficiently steep. Let's give it a shot. Okay, that's pretty badass. Thanks for watching. I hope you liked Ringing Rocks and Four Corners. Remember, respect the trails and get out and ride.